Hey guys, so today I have quite the empties for you. I've decided to start doing my empties quarterly. I used to do them more frequently, but I kind of just enjoy having more products in each empties video. I feel like that makes them more fun. So that's the plan. But that means my last empties video was at the end of December, so I basically have 3 months worth of empties to show you today. Let me just give you a quick little glimpse of everything in there. Looks like a little toy chest or something. Okay, so I'm gonna just kind of go in random order because I also feel like that's the most fun way to do empties, for me at least. So let's just dive on in. So here we have a really exciting one. This one is a bit of a spoiler for my project pan, but I think we all knew this was gonna be empty for this upcoming project pan video, but this is the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter Mini. I went from not really loving this product or just not really feeling like it did anything that special to actually really enjoying it. After I put it in my project pan and experimented with it a little bit more, I found how I like to use it best. I think I showed how I use this in a project pan Get Ready With Me. I essentially use it as a foundation or in place of a foundation on just the high points of my face. I find that it gives just a really nice lit from within glow in those areas. And then I use a regular foundation on the rest of my face, blend it all together, and it looks amazing. So I actually just ordered the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter. So I'm really excited to see if that is comparable to this product for me. In this, I had the shade Too Fair, and I ordered the lightest shade in the e.l.f. one. I have heard that the lightest shade in the e.l.f. one is too dark for some people with fair skin, so I took a little bit of a risk in ordering it, but I just really wanted to try it, and I feel like even if it's a little bit too dark, I don't think it'll be a big deal since I mix it with foundation anyway. So that was that product. Really satisfying to see a totally empty container there. I did take the stopper out as well, so really happy to have finished that. Okay, let's pick another. Ooh, okay. This is wet because something was wet from my shower. Anyway, this is a moisturizer that I really enjoyed. This is the Cocoa Kind Resurrection Polypeptide Cream. This is a relatively new launch from them. First of all, I love the periwinkle color of the packaging. It's a glass jar. It feels just really luxurious. And you can't see it now, but the moisturizer itself also has a similar like light periwinkle color to it. Obviously, it goes on your skin completely colorless, but this was such a nice, rich moisturizer. I feel like I've never tried a moisturizer quite like this. It almost had, I actually read a review of this somewhere. It might have been on their website. I don't know where I saw it. Maybe it was on Instagram. But somebody described this as having like almost like a taffy sort of texture. Like it has a bit of like a stretch to it, which sounds weird. But it doesn't go on like sticky or anything, like it blends in really well, but it has this like really juicy but rich texture at the same time. I feel like my dry skin really just soaked this up and loved it. So they did send this to me in PR, and they actually also just sent me a replacement, which was very nice of them. But I would definitely consider buying this with my own money as well. I thought it was really, really nice. Okay, let's get these out of the way because these are what's making... So this is what's wet in there. But these are the Monday Smooth Shampoo and Conditioner. So these are like the matching shampoo and conditioners. I am not gonna lie, I almost purely got these because I like the packaging and they were really affordable. I think they were like $5 or $6. So these are supposed to be for frizzy and dull hair. I do feel like I have somewhat frizzy hair. I mean, it's not the frizziest ever, but I was, kind of hoping that these would be just nice and smoothing and softening to my hair. The shampoo, I don't think I liked. I felt like it almost made my hair more frizzy. And I'm pretty much now just exclusively using the Dove Anti-Dandruff shampoo because it just works like nothing else. It just keeps my scalp happy. And I feel like I really just can't do regular shampoos anymore because my scalp is just so sensitive. It's like always itchy if I don't just stick to a regular dandruff shampoo, so that's what I'm using now instead of this. I don't think I'd repurchase this. I just didn't think it was anything to write home about. And the conditioner was okay, but it had a very thin consistency, which might be nice especially if you have fine hair and you just want something that's not going to weigh your hair down. You know how the little mini free conditioners that you get in hotels, how those are always like you feel like they're kind of watered down or just like a little thin and they don't feel like they do much for your hair? That's kind of how I felt about this. It had a very just like super thin texture. It just didn't have a very creamy, rich sort of texture that I typically look for in a conditioner, and I felt like, you know, it made my hair, it definitely did something. Like, it wasn't like I was just putting nothing on my hair. Like, it did give my hair a little bit of moisture, and it was definitely smoother than it would have been if I hadn't used this at all. But there are other conditioners that I like better, which actually, I'll just go ahead because I have 3 conditioners in here. My boyfriend and I do share these products, so, you know, we go through things more quickly than if it were just one person. But this is the Garnier Whole Blends Coconut Water Conditioner. I've tried a bunch of the Whole Blends shampoos and conditioners, and I've liked some, I haven't liked others. This conditioner I really liked, and this actually, you can see, it was on sale at QFC for $2.29, so got to try it for really cheap. I thought this was so nice. I liked it a lot better than the Monday conditioner. I think this is one of my favorite Garnier conditioners that I've tried. It left my hair noticeably smoother and softer and just more manageable than other conditioners that I've been using. So I would definitely repurchase this conditioner again. I've actually missed it, like, since we ran out of it. I've really missed having it. So that was a really good one. Now, another Whole Blends conditioner that I didn't love. We finally finished this. This was in the shower for like the past 8 months. Normally we use things up quicker than that, but neither of us really liked this one. We also got this one on sale at the same time as the other one. But this is the Whole Blends Ginger Recovery Conditioner. We had also used up the shampoo of this like several months back. The shampoo wasn't a huge fan. The conditioner also wasn't a huge fan. I just didn't feel like it made my hair very soft at all. Sometimes my hair just still felt kind of dry even when I used this. And this had a scent. It says it's infused with ginger and golden honey. And it does have like almost like a warm, spicy ginger honey scent. I do like the scent. I think it's nice, although I did get kind of tired of it after a while. So yeah, I just didn't love that one. This one says it's supposed to strengthen and revitalize weak hair. I don't think so. Okay, this I loved. This is the Tree Hut Tahitian Vanilla Bean Body Scrub. So I am officially a part of the Tree Hut Body Scrub fan club. I know these have been popular for years. It took me forever to finally try them. But this, and this scent especially, the Tahitian Vanilla Bean, it's definitely vanilla, but it's also like really just warm and cozy. And the scent also does linger on your skin after you use it. Not only do I love the scent though, I also love the texture. I think this has one of the best textures of any body scrub I've ever tried. It doesn't leave a mess in the shower. It rinses off really well. It just has the right amount of grit to it. And, you know, a little goes a long way. It spreads across the skin really well, so you don't have to grab like a huge chunk of it just to get it spread evenly. I have already repurchased. I bought a different scent this time. It's the Desert Haze scent, which I'm also loving, but I would definitely get this scent again too. I really just want to try all the scents now because they have some really good scents. Said scent a lot there. Another body care product, really loved this. This is the Soap and Glory Clean On Me Hydrating Body Wash. I had never tried Soap and Glory before until just recently, but I really enjoyed this. This had a nice like milky sort of look to it, and it just felt really hydrating. It also smelled so good. Definitely more of like a fruity floral scent. It says it's, rose and bergamot. Not a super rosy scent to me. Like, definitely has a little bit of that to it, but if you don't normally like rose scents, I don't think you should like steer clear of this necessarily because, yeah, it's just a really nice, pleasant, clean scent, almost a little bit citrusy too. Oh yeah, it does say it has mandarin extract in it. Yeah, loved this. I would definitely buy it again. I'm really cheap when it comes to like shower body care products usually, so I probably would just only get it if it was on sale because normally I just get whatever is the cheapest. But I definitely would get that again and maybe even would want to try some of the other scents that they have. Okay, here is another exciting makeup product. This is another Project Pan spoiler. So this guy is empty as well. I also took the stopper out of there. I was able to use this up more quickly than I anticipated. For some reason I thought this would take like half the year to get through, but it only took me 3 months of actively panning it to use it up. I bought this at the end of 2021, so I had it for a year and 4 months, and it didn't expire. It didn't start to smell bad in that time. I was really trying to use it up before it expired because I know a lot of people have had this expire on them really quickly. So really glad I was able to use it up before it went bad. I don't think I would buy it again though, just because it just makes me nervous having something that I know might go bad at any moment. And it's also not a cheap concealer, but I did really enjoy this. It's very hydrating. I really like the way it sits on my under eyes. It doesn't crease as much as other concealers, still does a little bit, but really not as much as most other concealers do. And it really looks just like a second layer of skin. Like, it doesn't look like a thick concealer sitting on your under eye. So I really enjoyed this. I will miss it, but I do think that the NYX Bare With Me Serum Concealer is similar. To me, it's comparable enough that that one makes a good alternative. I definitely wouldn't say it's an exact dupe, but it's good enough for me, and I do have that one now, and I enjoy it just about as much as I enjoyed this one. Oh, speaking of Kosas, I also used up this Grow Potion. So this was actually sent in PR. I never would have bought this myself, honestly, but I did feel like it made a noticeable difference in my eyelashes. So actually, I'll go ahead and talk about both of these at the same time, because I also finished the e.l.f. Enhancing Lash and Brow Serum. I had just a little mini of this, but it lasted quite a while. So I actually did an experiment where I used the Kosas one on this side and the e.l.f. one on this side for just a couple months, and I didn't notice much of a difference at all with the e.l.f. one, but I did notice a difference in just the length of my lashes with the Kosas one. So wouldn't repurchase the e.l.f. one. I also put them in my brows for a while, but then I realized I don't really think I want my brows to become thicker. I think they're good as they are, and I used them for a while and just didn't really notice much happening in my brows other than needing to pluck them more often. So I was just like, let's just put these on the lashes and not the brows. I might have noticed like a small difference in my brows with the e.l.f. one, but definitely not enough to where it was worth using in the brows, and I didn't notice any difference at all in my lashes. But the Kosas one for sure made a difference, and this lasted quite a while too. This one, the Kosas one, actually has like a doe foot applicator. I don't know how normal that is for these products because these are the only two I've ever tried, but the e.l.f. one had a little brush, almost like an eyeliner brush or something. And this one was very watery, almost just felt like a really thin oil or something. Really felt like hardly anything, honestly. The Kosas one was a little bit more of like a gel texture. Now the Kosas one was kind of annoying in the sense that it would dry down and the next morning there would be like white flakes of this like flaking off of my eyelashes. So you want to be sure in the morning to like really rinse it away. I don't really mind because I'm just sleeping when I have this on, but I did find that kind of a hassle. The one I want to try next is the one from The Ordinary. That one is a lot more affordable than this Kosas one, and I've heard it's really good. I've heard people have had good results with it. I've been doing a little bit of research on lash serums because I know there's been some talk about certain lash serums causing your eyes to sag or your eyes to become more sunken in or something like that. But I watched a video from an eye doctor that explained the different types of lash serums, and I'll link that video below if you want to like learn more about it. But long story short, it sounds like this Kosas one does not have that ingredient that might cause the sunken eyes side effect. This is one of the lash serums that uses peptides, which is really just meant to kind of condition the lashes and encourage them to grow. And the one from The Ordinary also seems to be peptide based from what I can tell. So anyway, I'm planning on trying The Ordinary one next. And if that one doesn't end up working out for me, then I would consider going back to this one. It's just that it's kind of pricey. I think it's like $48. But I did definitely notice a difference. I felt like my lashes were longer than ever before when I used that product. I used up my favorite Paula's Choice Softening Cream Cleanser. I've lost count of how many of these I've used up at this point. It's a super gentle cream cleanser. It doesn't lather at all, but it still gets my skin nice and clean. I use it as my second cleanse after my cleansing balm. Super gentle. If you have really sensitive skin, I really do recommend this. I will for sure repurchase it. Right now I'm using the Paula's Choice Resist cream cleanser. It's in a blue bottle. I just wanted to see if I noticed a big difference between that one and this one. And that one also comes with a pump if you prefer that. This one just has like a regular top. A pump is harder to recycle, so I would probably stick to this one for the most part, but I am liking the Resist one. I find it very similar to this. I honestly don't notice a big difference. I feel like this one's like maybe a little bit more rich, but this one is a little bit cheaper than the Resist one also, and it comes in a value size, which is what I have here, and it takes me forever to go through this big bottle. So loved that, highly recommend. Also from that same Paula's Choice Skin Recovery line, I used up one of their hydrating treatment masks. This is really just like a thick cream. I don't use it as a mask, I just use it as a moisturizer. Very rich, very thick, occlusive moisturizer. It's great for when my skin is extra dry and just in need of some serious help. This is what I use. I have another one that I'm using right now. I feel like I pretty much always have this on hand because there's just nothing else that serves this purpose for me. Also, huge fan. I really think this Skin Recovery line from Paula is very underrated. A lot of their other lines get a ton of buzz, and then these, like, no one talks about, but they're really good. And they're more affordable than a lot of the other Paula's Choice products. Another moisturizer, actually there are a lot of moisturizers. This is the Kopari Moisture Whipped Ceramide Cream. I also thought this was really nice. Another really good rich moisturizer, good for dry skin. It almost had kind of a whipped texture. It was rich, but at the same time it would melt into the skin really quickly. If I ever saw this on a major sale, I would definitely pick it up. Like if I saw it for a drugstore-ish price, I would buy it, but I probably wouldn't get it otherwise, just because there are so many other moisturizers that I really like for less. But I did add this to my Sephora loves list just in case I ever see it on sale. I probably would get it again because it was really, just a really nice texture. Also kind of a different texture from anything I've ever tried before. Very different from that Cocoa Kind one, even though they were both amazing for dry skin. They've just kind of had a different feel to them. So, okay, last moisturizer. That's the fourth moisturizer that I've talked about in this video. This one Nathan used up though. This is the e.l.f. Happy Hydration Cream. He really liked this. I think he said this was one of his favorite moisturizers that he's used. He really likes the e.l.f. moisturizers. This one and the Holy Hydration both seem really good. Really, I think what he's determined is that any moisturizer with niacinamide in it, he likes. Like, he feels like niacinamide does a lot for his skin, and this one does have niacinamide in it. So he really liked that. I would definitely get that for him, like, next time I place an e.l.f. order. I usually place an order if they're having a sale, and I think that's when I got this. So I'll probably, I mean, we have some other moisturizers we need to use up first, but that was a good one. Here's a body lotion. This is the Bliss Cloud 9 body lotion in the almond milk and vanilla scent. So I really liked the texture of this lotion. I liked everything about it except for this scent. This scent smells like baby wipes to me, and this is not the first thing that has smelled like baby wipes that I've tried recently, but this, they say the scent almond milk and vanilla. To me, this doesn't smell like anything other than baby wipes or baby powder. So I didn't love, I don't know, it's just not really the scent that I want on my body. So I felt like it took me a while to get through this just because I wasn't enjoying the scent. But I actually have another one now that I'm using that's in like the water lily scent. Much better scent on that one. That one is just a really soft, clean, floral sort of scent, but it's really subtle. I like that one a lot better than this. And what I loved about this was the texture. This has almost like a gel cream sort of texture. It feels really nourishing and hydrating, but it sinks in so quickly, more so than any other moisturizer that I've tried, and it doesn't leave any sort of residue. You don't feel like you don't have a sticky or slippery feel on your skin. It feels like you just have nice, soft, hydrated skin after you've put this on, and I liked it because I could apply it really quickly. Like, I could just super quickly slather it on and be done, whereas other lotions, I feel like, you know, you have to kind of rub them in for a while, but this one was just a really, really nice experience other than the scent. So, I mean, obviously scent is very personal, but I definitely would recommend this line of moisturizers if you're looking for a good body lotion. I especially think it would be nice in the summer because, you know, in the summer you don't want anything really heavy and like greasy on your skin. I think this would make a nice one for the summertime, but I liked it in the winter too. Ooh, okay, here's another shampoo. This I only used a little bit. Nathan mostly used this. This is the Jason Anti-Dandruff Scalp Care 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner. So I bought this because I was looking for a good anti-dandruff shampoo. I've tried the Jason just shampoo, it's not the 2-in-1, and that one has a horrible smell that it leaves in your hair. So, but this one doesn't have that horrible smell. So I thought this might be nice, but to me, this, because it was a shampoo and conditioner in one, it felt like it was a shampoo and conditioner in one. And what I mean by that is it almost felt like a conditioner. It felt like I was rubbing a conditioner on my scalp, and I don't like doing that because I have an oily scalp and that just feels wrong to me. And it didn't really lather very well. It didn't spread across my scalp very well, so I'd have to use a ton of it just to get like an even amount all over. So I didn't care for this, but Nathan said he liked it. I think both of us like the Dove dandruff shampoo a lot better than this. The scent on that one is even better, and it's more of just a regular shampoo. We actually did, funnily enough, I was going to say we wouldn't repurchase this, but we actually did repurchase it before trying the Dove one. So we have both in our shower now. Hopefully we'll use that one up eventually, but I don't think we would buy it again in the future. Okay, another makeup product. This is the Essence Bye Bye Panda Eyes mascara. I wouldn't repurchase this. This was nice and affordable, and it wasn't horrible or anything, but I just felt like it didn't do much for my lashes really for the first like 4 months that I had it open, and then for the last like final stretch of using this, I grew to really like it because I think the formula had just dried out a little bit, kind of thickened up, and it started giving my lashes a lot more volume there towards the end. But I definitely wouldn't buy it again because I want to like a mascara for the entire lifespan of it and not just the very end. But I didn't think it was awful. I think if you like a really natural look to your lashes, just something lengthening but not really volumizing, maybe you would like this. It says it's smudge proof. It definitely didn't smudge on me. It is a tubing formula. It didn't smudge. Occasionally I would get a little bit of flaking with it though. Yeah, just overall didn't have the best experience with this, but I'm glad that I liked it in the end at least. Let's see. I also am retiring this old gross EcoTools Bio Blender. This is pretty much my go-to sponge. I have another one that I'm using now. I like this because you can actually compost it. So we have, in Seattle, we have just like trash and recycling, we also have a bin for compost that the city like picks up and takes to like the city's composting facility, I guess. So that's what I'm planning to do with this. I will clean it first just so there's no makeup in it because I don't know if makeup is compostable, but this is my go-to sponge. I really like it. It's very soft and bouncy. It has a great texture. I love the shape of it. It has sort of like a wedge shape so you can really get in the corners of your eyes. And the only complaint I have is that it tears really easily, but that honestly doesn't bother me. I don't feel like it affects how well it applies my makeup, so I usually keep it for long after it has torn. But I think it probably tears more easily because it is meant to be biodegradable, so it's not going to be like the most tough material ever. So that's really the only drawback to it. Okay, I used up also a cleansing balm. This actually has a concoction in it right now. I just reused the container to make a glowy body lotion with my Becca highlighter that I'm panning. So that's what's in here now. But previously, this had in it the Radiance Cleansing Balm from Beauty of Joseon. I think I said that correctly this time. This is such a nice cleansing balm. Probably my favorite cleansing balm I've ever used. Even liked it a little bit more than the Good Molecules one. I know. I still like that one too. But this, it was so soft and it felt just so nice to rub into my skin. There was just something really soothing about it. It had no scent at all. I don't know why I'm opening it. And I felt like after I had washed my face and everything, my face just felt softer than usual. And I definitely think it had to do with this cleansing balm. So I really liked it. I like that it has a flip top lid too, because you don't have to unscrew it every time. Just makes it more convenient, but I would definitely repurchase this. I also just love the really minimal packaging. I just think it looks nice. All right, next up we have a shaving cream. This is the EOS Shea Better Shave Cream in the Vanilla Bliss scent. Another wonderful vanilla scent. Really loved this. It smells so good. I like this because it's nice and affordable. It doesn't like foam up like other shaving creams do. It just feels like a really nice rich cream on your skin. Definitely helps me get like a nice smooth shave. I don't really get razor burn when I use this. It just, you know, does what it's supposed to do. The only thing I don't like about it is once you get to about right here, it becomes really hard to get it out because the pump just doesn't work after a certain point. But I know they make a shaving cream in a squeeze tube. I think they still sell that one. That's the one I want to get next, but it just seems like that one's harder to find than these pump bottle ones. So yeah, I liked it other than the packaging being kind of frustrating, but the product itself is really nice, and I think it's one of the most affordable shaving creams at the drugstore. Last few things, I have some soapy things now. So first up, I finished up a bar of the Dr. Bronner's Pure Castile soap. This is the hemp almond scent. I love just the scent of like almond extract, and that's exactly what this smelled like. And this is what I use to clean my brushes. Works so well. It's super cheap. I always have one of these on hand. And yes, I did save the outer packaging the entire time that I was using this bar because I wanted to be able to share it in an Empties video. So some hand soap that I wanted to tell you about. I used up this bag of the Jello, I think that's how you say it, Jello hand soap refill pods. And so these were sent to me along with the pump bottle. So this is kind of similar to Blue Land, which I also have one of their hand soap tablets here, but it's more of like a pod, almost like, you know, like a Tide pod or a dishwasher pod. It kind of looks like that. So you fill up the soap bottle with warm water, drop this in, shake it up, and you have a foaming hand soap. They say to put 2 of these in the bottle. I did that the first time. I liked it, but then after that I just put 1 in because I felt like it was also just as good with 1, and that way I could go through it less quickly. I actually think I liked these better than Blue Land just because I felt like they got my hands cleaner for some reason. I don't know why I feel that way. I don't know how I would know. For some reason I just felt like they were a little bit more effective. I don't know. And I liked this scent better as well. This was the Sea Mist Mineral Freesia scent. Just had a nice clean scent to it. But the only thing I prefer about Blue Land is that the packaging is entirely paper and compostable, whereas this is just a plastic bag that it comes in, so it's a little bit less eco-friendly in that sense, I guess. But it's still, you're still, you know, able to reuse the same bottle over and over again, so it definitely cuts back on waste a lot. I really liked this. I have another one that they sent in the lavender scent that I will be using next, but if you were wondering how these are, I do think they are really nice. Another nice thing about this and Blue Land is that they don't seem to dry out my hands as badly as like the Method hand soaps or even the Mrs. Meyer's hand soaps. I find those very drying. These I didn't find drying at all. So I do have here another Blue Land tablet packet. This is the Iris Agave scent. This works just fine. I did end up accidentally ordering more because I didn't realize that I had subscribed to like their automatic shipping, and they also didn't warn me, so I didn't have time to like cancel the order. So anyway, I have like 5 more of these now. I mean, they're totally fine. I don't mind using them, and I wouldn't mind even buying them again in the future, but I just want to see if there are other brands like this to try. I'm just kind of on a refillable hand soap kick right now, trying to find the best ones. But I think Blue Land and Jello are both good options, just depending on what you're looking for. And this is the last thing. It's another Blue Land product. This is their multi-surface cleaner. So I used up the full bottle of this. I would not buy this again. I also wouldn't buy the bathroom cleaner or the glass cleaner again. Really none of their actual household cleaners. This is also similar to the hand soap. It's just a tablet that you drop into a bottle of warm water, it dissolves, and you can keep reusing the same bottle over and over again. I didn't really like the smell of this. It didn't smell bad, but I just prefer something that smells noticeably good, and this just had a very mild, maybe a little bit of a citrusy scent. I'm not sure. I wasn't impressed. I also just didn't feel like it was that effective at cleaning. It just felt like it was very watered down, which it was because it had a lot of water in it, but it just didn't feel like a super effective cleaning formula from what I could tell. So I don't know. I feel like overall I would give Blue Land a solid like 2.5 out of 5 stars after trying a bunch of their products. I think the hand soaps are nice. That's about the only thing I would repurchase from them. But I was also really disappointed because the actual sprayer of the multi-surface cleaner bottle stopped working within like a couple of months of having it, the actual like trigger would get stuck. And the same thing has started happening with the hand soap pump. And I bought these things last summer, so I haven't even had them for a full year, and the pumps are already defective. So to me, that just it kind of defeats the purpose of it being a reusable product if you have to keep replacing the pump so often. Like, I would hope that their pumps would last, you know, a little bit longer. So overall, I don't know. I don't really have glowing things to say about the brand. I really appreciate what they're doing. Like, I think it's a cool concept. So I would like to keep the bottle that I purchased to go along with this, and maybe see if there are other brands that make similar tablets that I could use in that bottle, or maybe I could just like make my own cleaner. We'll see. So those were all of my empties from the past 3 months. That felt like a lot to get through, but I had a lot of fun sharing my empties with you. I hope you had fun as well. If you want to binge more empties videos, I've done a million of them on my channel over the years. I've done tons. So I'll link my empties playlist below if you want to watch more videos like this. But thank you so much for hanging out today. I hope you had fun. If you did, be sure to give the video a thumbs up, subscribe. Also check out the Patreon and the channel membership if you're interested in supporting my channel in that way. But otherwise, I hope you all have an amazing rest of your day, and I will talk to you again very soon in my next video. Bye.